Hello, and welcome back to what we are calling Summer School 2020, which is our extended school year. And today we are working on day 12. We're going to start out day 12 with problem solving. Our directions are to solve each problem. We have an example up at the top. Nick left for school on the bus at 8 o'clock. The bus ride took 20 minutes. What time did Nick get to school? In our example, they show us one way to solve the problem. This is elapsed time. They tell us to think 8 o'clock plus 20 minutes equals 8:20. So that is one way to solve the problem. Or if you have a clock, which you should have with your learning packet, you can use the clock. You can start the clock out at 8 o'clock. So we'll put the hour hand on the 8 and the minute hand on the 12. So there we have 8 o'clock, and we're going to add or move forward 20 minutes. All right? So since we are moving minutes, we're going to move the minute hand right here. The minute hand is the long hand. We'll move that minute hand 20 minutes. Remember, we count by fives. So we're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And there you go. The time is now 8:20. So that's another way to solve the problem. We'll start with number 1. Claire ate a snack at 10 o'clock. She ate lunch 2 hours later. What time did she eat lunch? I know that you know how to do this. If it is 10 o'clock, what time will it be in 1 hour? 11 o'clock. Good job. But now we need to know for the problem, what time will it be in 2 hours? If it's going to be 11 o'clock in 1 hour, in 2 hours it will be, that's right, 12 o'clock. So that's our answer. And we're going to say PM because 12 o'clock a.m. just would not make sense for eating lunch because it would be midnight. Let's go on to number 2. This morning, Hal read for 15 minutes. He started at 9 o'clock. What time did he finish reading? All right. So he started at 9 o'clock. Here's a clock that says 9 o'clock. Hour hand is on the 9. Minute hand is on the 12. 9 o'clock. And we need to know what time it will be in 15 minutes. We can use our clock here. So we start out at 9 o'clock, hour hand on the 9, minute hand on the 12. There's 9 o'clock. There. Okay. And now we're going to add or go forward 15 minutes. That's how long Hal read for. Remember, we use the minute hand. We're talking about minutes. And we count by 5s on the clock. So here we go. 5, 10, whoops, 15 minutes past 9. So Hal finishes reading at, what time is it? 9:15. 9:15. There we go. That's a little better. And that is our answer. 9:15. And the problem does say morning, so we know that it's 9:15 a.m. All right, next one. Number 3. Recess lasted 30 minutes. It started at 2 o'clock. What time did it end? All right, so we know that recess started at 2 o'clock. Our clock here says 2 o'clock with the hour hand pointing to 2, minute hand pointing to the 12. So that's 2 o'clock. What time will it be in 30 minutes? We can use our demonstration clock. We need to change it. Hour hand is pointing at 2, and the minute hand is pointing at 12. There we go. There's 2 o'clock. Okay. And now we need to see what time it will be in 30 minutes. We need to move our minute hand forward 30 minutes. Remember, we count by 5s. So here we go. 5, 10. We could even say the hour. 2:10, 2:15, 2:20, 2:25, 2:30. In 30 minutes, it will be what time? 2:30. Great. That is our answer. $2:30, and we know that it's during a school day because there's recess, and PM means in the afternoon, so that makes the most sense. 2:30 a.m. would be in the middle of the night. That would not make sense for recess. Next one, number 4. Ellis left school at 3:30. He rode the bus for 30 minutes. What time did he get off the bus? Well, let's see. Ellis left school at 3:30, and here our clock says 3:30 with the hour hand between the 3 and 4, but it's not to the 4 yet, so it's still in the 3 o'clock hour. Minute hand is pointing to the 6, which means 30 minutes have passed, so it is 3:30. Let's fix that on our demonstration clock. The hour hand is between 3 and 4, and the minute hand is pointing to the 6, or 30 minutes past 3, or 3:30. Now we need to know what time will it be in 30 minutes. So we need to move the minute hand forward 30 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and do that. We'll count by fives. And we'll say the hour too. So here we go. So 3:35, 3:40, 3:45, 3:50, 3:55, and look what happens. We're going back to the 12, which means o'clock, and it becomes 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. So 30 minutes past 3:30 is 4 o'clock. And that is our answer. It would also be PM because it's after school. Oh, excuse me. 4 o'clock AM would not make sense because that would be really, really early in the morning, usually before we get up. Great job. So we finished our problem solving section. We're going to work on some phonics next. We're going to do some syllables. We've done this together in class. So we're going to say the word. I'll read the word first, and then we will say the word and clap the word. The first word, number 5, is apartment. Let's clap the word apartment. A-part-ment. 3 syllables. And we will write them. A part meant. There are our 3 syllables. Apartment. Great. Next one, number 6, is enormous. Enormous. Let's clap the word enormous. Enormous. 3 syllables. Let's write them. First syllable is E. Then we have nor. E-nor. Mus. M-O-U-S. And there are the syllables for enormous. Enormous. Great. Good job. Next one, number 7, the word is subtraction. Subtraction. Let's clap that word. Subtraction. 3 syllables. Let's write them. The first syllable is sub. S-U-B. Sub. The next syllable is track. T-R-A-C. Subtract. And the last syllable is shun. This is a special syllable. A lot of times in words, when we hear the sound or syllable shun, it is spelled T-I-O-N. It's kind of a strange way to say shun or to spell shun, but that is the way it is done in a lot of words. So there's our syllabication for subtraction. Last, number 8, we have the word wonderful. Let's clap the word wonderful. Wonderful. 3 syllables. Good job. Let's write them. First syllable is one. W-O-N. The next syllable is der. D-E-R. The last syllable is full. F-U-L. And there you have it, the 3 syllables for wonderful. And that's it, wonderful. Now we're going to turn to the other side of the worksheet. Give me just a minute here. We will start out with addition. Our directions are: solve each problem. Use the number line to help you add hundreds. So we are going to be adding hundreds. You've done this before, and I think you will do great. And we can use the number line to help us out. Let's start with number 9. We've got 300 plus 200. Let's find 300 on the number line. There it is. Now we are going to add 200. Now, we've talked about this before. When we add hundreds, we can really think that we can cover the zeros and think, okay, we are adding, it's like adding 2. So we're going to start at 300, and we are going to move forward or jump 2 times for those 200s. So start at 300 and jump twice to the right. 1, 2. What is our answer? 500. Excellent. Anytime that we are adding numbers like this with the 2 zeros, like when we're adding hundreds, we can think of it as adding those first numbers together and then adding on the zeros at the end. Let's do number 10, 700 plus 200. So we will find 700 on the number line. It's right here. And we are going to jump or move forward 2 times for those 200s. Ready? Start at 700 and jump twice. 1, 2. What is our answer? 900. Excellent. Next one, number 11. 100 plus 200. So we will find 100 on the number line right here, and we are going to move forward or jump twice because we are adding 200. So start at 100 and jump twice. 1, 2. And what is our answer? 300. Excellent. By now, I'm sure you've seen the pattern that 300 plus 200 equals 500 is very similar to 3 plus 2 equals 5, and then you add the zeros. And it works each time. Let's go on to number 12. 600 plus 400. First we'll find 600 on the number line, and then we are going to move forward or jump 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is our answer? 1,000. Great job. We have 2 left. Number 13, 400 plus 400. So let's find 400 on the number line, and we are going to jump or move forward 4 times. All right, so start at 400 and jump 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is our answer? 800. Excellent. We have one more. Number 14, 500 plus 200. So we'll find 500 on the number line, and we are going to move forward or jump twice to add that 200. So we'll start at the 500 and jump forward twice. 1, 2. What is our answer? 700. Excellent work. We are finished with addition, and we are going to move along to reading comprehension. All right, let's read the directions. Read the table of contents. Write the chapter and page number where you should begin looking for the answer to each question. So here in the box, we have what we find in books, which is called a table of contents. It tells us what is in the book. It tells us the chapter number, the title of the chapter, and the page that the chapter starts on. So here we have chapter 1, mammals, animals with fur, starts on page 3. Chapter 2, reptiles, snakes, turtles, and alligators, starts on page 13. Here we have chapter 3, amphibians, frogs and toads, on page 21. Here we have chapter 4, fish, and that starts on page 35. Here is chapter 5, insects and spiders, which begins on page 49. And last we have chapter 6, birds, which begins on page 57. Now we will read the questions and write what chapter and what page we would go to try to find the answer to the question. Number 15. How long do lions live? Well, if we were reading this book, we might go to, let's see, a lion is a mammal because it is an animal with fur. So we would probably go to chapter 1, which begins on page 3. All right, great job. Number 16. How fast do sailfish swim? This question is about fish. Which chapter should I look in for fish? There we are, chapter 4, fish. So chapter 4 begins on page 35. Let's write that down. Chapter 4, which begins on page 35. All right. Great job. Number 17. What color is a robin's egg? A robin's egg. A robin is a bird. What chapter would we look in to find out more about birds? There we go, chapter 6, birds. Great job. So we're going to look at chapter 6, which begins on page 57. Awesome. Last one. Number 18. Do spiders bite? What chapter should we look in to find out more about spiders? There we go. Chapter 5, Insects and Spiders. And it begins on page 49. So let's write chapter 5, page 49. Excellent. So proud of you. You have finished the work for day 12. And I will see you next time.